There is not a female that has not been and has not experienced sexual harassment, either overtly or covertly. And 1 in 3 females have experienced sexual abuse. I believe that sexual harassment is foreplay to sexual abuse often. I want to talk just a little bit about that from my own experiences. Both of them are abuse, sexual harassment as well as sexual abuse. They are abuse, and it's abuse on our females. So what brought me to the point of wanting to talk about this today? It's not something that I go around sharing. I was sitting next to someone that I'm very close to, and he said, I think all of this political hoo-ha about sexual harassment and sexual abuse is just political, and it's overblown. It's a lot of hooey. I don't know any woman, he said, that has been sexually abused or harassed. Well, I thought, you're sitting next to one right now. So I sat next to him and I said, can I tell you a few of my experiences? And he listened. I have thought that there are probably many, many women who haven't told their story and maybe don't even need to. But there are also as many men who don't know that they may be living with someone who has been sexually abused or sexually violated. Maybe it's your wife. Maybe it's your daughter. Maybe it's your mother. Maybe it's your sister. And you don't know. So I thought I would share the experiences that I shared with this person who does now know and can never say again, I don't know anybody who has ever been sexually abused or sexually assaulted or harassed in any way. So let me begin with one of my earliest experiences. I was invited to an uncle's wedding and to be in the bridal party, a junior bridesmaid, 12 years old. I could tell you the color of my dress and what my flowers looked like. On our way back home, my mom and dad were in the front seat, my dad was driving, and my drunken uncle was in the back seat with me. When I woke up, he was fondling my breasts. Okay, there's one. When I went to get my driver's license, I got in the car with the person that was doing the testing, and it was a lot type of testing, not on open streets. We're driving around and I'm doing really good, and then all of a sudden I feel his hand go up my skirt. I panicked, I ran over a curb, and I stopped. He said to me, well, it looks like you're not going to be getting your driver's license today, young lady, but maybe I can take care of that for you. I was old enough to know what he meant. I got out of the car, scared, sobbing, ran into the building where my sister was waiting. And I said, go get my car off the lot and get me out of here, please. Okay, that's another one. Now I want to tell you about a youth leader, a pastor, assistant pastor of our church. I just had my son. He was about 6 weeks old. I had put him up to bed, and there was a knock on the door, and there was the pastor. He said, I want to come in and pray with you. And I said, wonderful. Before I put my son to bed, I was brushing my hair, and the hairbrush was right on the end table. So we sat down at the couch, on the couch, and he picked up the hairbrush and started to try to brush my hair. And he said, you always have such beautiful hair. It always looks so pretty, and I just need to touch it. Startled, I didn't know what to do. And then he put his hand on my shoulder. I remember what dress I was wearing. I remember what he looked like. I remember his suit. I remember his eyes. I remember the smell of his aftershave. Next, college professors. You could get a better grade if you let me help you. And then the help became sexual harassment or attempts. The last one I'm going to tell you about is my first job. I graduated from graduate school. I had a degree in clinical social work, and I went to work for a Christian agency as a therapist. The director of that agency harassed me, approached me to the point where I had to quit my job. So you say, what is this all about for you? Sexual harassment and sexual abuse is not a political issue. It's a moral issue. So I want you to remember when you step into that voting box that if you vote Republican, you are voting for immorality. Let's protect our women, our children. Vote Democratic on the election day, not because of the party, but for morality's sake. Thank you so much for listening to me.